Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use your initials TW, and I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And if I remember correctly, you just made or completed your first pre-test at my VoxyPop discussion group, and I just actually listened to it. And I think what you did is you went over to my website and you completed the pretest for Part A, and you also answered the questions in Part B. So that's going to give me a pretty good idea of what your current speaking and pronunciation proficiency is, right? So my goal right now is to rate you, to give you an idea of what your score is and what lessons at my online TOEFL course you can focus on to get better, right? So first of all, I'm going to put you at intermediate level with your speaking and pronunciation right here in the middle, about 3.5 out of 7. Now what does that mean? That means that I can understand most of what you're saying, but you do have some pronunciation issues that make it distracting, but I can typically figure out what you're saying anyway. So your goal in my course, so that you can do much better on the speaking section of the exam, is you want to try to get to where you are at 5 here, where you have a barely detectable accent. Your pronunciation is not quite, but almost like a native speaker. Okay, so the lessons that you want to focus on in the pronunciation area of my course, let me go ahead and go over to that for just a minute. I'm going to go to the pronunciation section here. Here we go. I'm going to recommend right now, based on what you did, and keep in mind that I think you should go through all the lessons in the pronunciation area of my course, right? You should go through all of them and read with me out loud as I teach you the information in those videos, as you learn the difference between certain sounds. This is called tracking. It's a great place to not only focus or practice on the vowel and consonant sounds, but also to practice your grammatical word endings and syllable division. You can also practice sentence rhythm, word stress, intonation. You can even practice your thought groups and blending, all the important areas to helping you speak more clearly. You can do all of this by going through these lessons. Now here's the lessons based on the pretest. You want to pay more attention to these. Lesson number 10, lesson number 11, lesson number 12, 13, 14, lesson number 16, lesson 19, lesson 20, lesson 23, and also lesson number 24. So those are the ones you want to spend more time on, because those are some problem areas that you're having in your pronunciation right now. Alright, anyway, in addition to using my online course to improve your intelligibility and your speaking of American English, it's also important to spend time watching TV. This is good for your listening, but it's also good for your pronunciation, of course. So if you get a chance, maybe 45 minutes a day, you can focus on news programs, history programs, documentary programs, and science programs. Alright, anyway, thank you for becoming one of my students. And by the way, you know and I know you made a double payment over at the PayPal, at your PayPal account. I think you may have clicked on my pay button 2 times. Now, as you already know, I refunded one of your payments. I canceled one of your subscriptions. Now you canceled the other subscription, which means that you will have only 30 days to use my online course. So I want you to be aware of that. So you got 30 days, you got 4 weeks. Use my course as much as you can. Remember, you want to complete pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests on a regular basis. Remember, a book isn't going to give you feedback in those areas. So I can really help you a lot in those areas. So make sure that you use my course a lot, and I will try to help you as much as I can. And remember, if you have any questions at all, even a small question, don't be afraid to email me.